Welcome back to another episode of Talking Through the Medias. This week we are going to be discussing the Defenders. Are they or are they not a part of the MCU timeline? Are they canon? And we're going to discuss the fact that the Stranger Things Season 6 final season is back into production. We're going to talk about all that and more tonight here on Talking Through the Medias Live. I am your host, Chris Fagan, for your home for entertainment news and reviews by fans for fans. That's right, tonight it's the Talk Through the Medias on a Wednesday. I know we don't usually do this on a Wednesday, but we're going to do that. So hopefully you join us here. And if you're in the live chat, let me know that you're out there. Let me know your thoughts on all the things that we got to talk about. Become a member, become a subscriber, all that good stuff. And as always, let's keep talking, whether you're listening to us live here on YouTube, on Twitch, Instagram. We're on all the socials, and just let us know you're out there and listen to us on our podcast if you don't have time to watch us on our live stream. Catch us on our podcast, guys. Let's get right into it. It's going to be a quick one. I'm riding solo on these topics that I'm doing right now. So if you guys have anything that you guys want to discuss with me, want to talk with me here on Talking Through the Media, let me know what you guys think on our chat. Let's get right into it. So for headlines, right off the bat, let's talk about what is going on with the world of Marvel. This just came in that the Marvel's Netflix shows that were absorbed into Disney Plus, according to these headlines, that they are now canon. They are in the official timeline. It was noticed that if you go to Disney Plus, all of the Defenders saga is available. That would be all of the Daredevil. We're talking Punisher, even Luke Cage and Iron Fist and Jessica Jones. And the Defender series is available on the timeline, which is giving off the headlines that the Defenders are official canon in the MCU. I guess that's a no-brainer because it was mentioned that if Daredevil alone if this is a continuation of what the 3 seasons did on Netflix, then it should extend to everything else, because all of the other characters were featured throughout. Started off on Daredevil, and an extension with Luke Cage, with Jessica Jones. If Rosario Dawson's character is canon, and she was in Daredevil, introduced in Daredevil, then that's it. That extends to everybody, to Iron Fist, and to Punisher. Because it was all connected through the Netflix, and that makes sense. I mean, they can still kind of fudge with it a little bit and say that this is a very similar universe to those universes, and then they could tweak something here and there. They could have said something like, the MCU universe is the background for these 4 characters. Everything happened exactly the way it happened in that other universe in Netflix, but they can just go that route. They can say, but they can say that with a few people looking different here and there, if they decided to hire other people. I think that would be a good way to explain some difference, because there will be differences. There will be differences. But other than that, I'm excited about it. I'm happy that Daredevil was adopted into the MCU. The introduction might be questionable, how it all went down, but the overall having Daredevil included in the MCU proper, into that timeline, makes a lot of sense, and I'm hoping that extends to the Punisher. I haven't started watching Echo yet. That was going to be my litmus test, if I'm saying that word right, litmus test of whether or not they can handle a Punisher character. They said this is a much more mature MCU. This is a mature Marvel MCU type of storyline. So can they handle what's going on? I don't know. So I'm good with it if it is what it is. I never say I agree or believe them 100% unless Kevin Feige says it himself. If Kevin says it's legit, then it's legit. Then I mean, other than that, because I don't believe any of them. I don't buy the headlines. I don't. But I'm okay with this. I'm hoping that this was true. So I need some confirmation. If you guys can send me any links, any information that you guys are aware of, just put it in the box. Let me know what's going on in the chats, and let's keep talking about that. Let's move on real quick. Like I said, this is going to be a fast one. I'm hoping to make Wednesdays more. Maybe make it just a solo thing every week as we ease into the week. Start off with me, and then get into everyone else that comes in on Thursdays and Fridays. Let's try that and see how that works out. But put it in the box below. Let me know what you guys think about. Do you think that this is actually happening? Is Daredevil? Is Jessica Jones? Luke Cage? Luke Cage. Is he a part of the MCU? Iron Fist, Punisher, everything, whatever you think about that. Are they a part of the MCU timeline proper? Will we finally get to see them in these Avengers movies? I'm hoping so, because I think it just makes things easier moving into Secret Wars, and when Sony does solo Spider-Man movies, you can easily lend to fulfill that contractual obligation, that cooperation thing that they got going on with the MCU studios, with Marvel Studios and Sony. Spider-Man's gonna ask for some Marvel characters. Just throw him a couple of Defenders. There you go. Daredevil. There you go. All right, bye. It works. It worked. Luke Cage. Here you go. You got it. Iron Fist. Bye. You can have them. Let me know what you guys think, and let's keep talking. All right. Moving on to the next topic. It's also coming out that there was some people online being dick saying that Star Wars will not do another Ahsoka series. And then what was that? 5 minutes later, Ahsoka season 2 is coming. It's already been greenlit. We have Ahsoka season 2, Rosario Dawson, and I believe that when I saw that video that she posted on her Instagram, when she was all like in that little, I don't know what it was called, that little toy car that Luke and Obi-Wan were flying in as they were heading to the city. She was in a little Power Wheels version of it, just, you know what I'm saying? She was just chunking and doing Star Wars license plate, may the force be with you license plates, I think, something like that. It was fun. It was cute. I was like, yeah, that's a sign. That's a sign that we're getting more Ahsoka. I mean, because it seems like Rosario had a great working relationship with Netflix. He seems to be a very accepted fan favorite for the Ahsoka series. Ahsoka is my favorite character. So the question is now this: moving past the storyline, how it started off, I was kind of disappointed with Thrall. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section for Thrall, if you're watching this live or if you happen to catch this after. Put it in the comment section what you think about the story overall. I am more. Let me look this up real quick. Ahsoka season. There we go. I am curious on how they're going to handle Ray Stevenson's character. That more than anything else. When they recast, there's been some fan casting going on. As long as it's a decent actor, I don't care, because I feel like that character, the character he played, that was such a good character, and he was one of the best Star Wars villains we've had in a long time. I enjoyed him more than Thrawn. I mean, Thrawn was Thrawn. I mean, that was Thrawn. It was Thrawn, but I just the way the story went down, the way it was handled, I just didn't think that it was me. But every time Ray was on screen and that character was doing his thing, that elevated Star Wars. And so season 2, just to see how that wrapped up. Even if it's only 2 seasons, this may only need 2 seasons. Just to at least wrap up what that character is planning or what he intends to do, because he's one of those villains that in his gut he knows he's doing the right thing. He's like, what he feels, the Jedi were wrong and he feels he is right. Those are always the scariest guys out there. So I'm curious to how that is going to play out and what they plan on doing with his character is involving recasting, because it deserves, that character, the way it was written, deserves more. I want to learn more about how he got to where he is mentally. He's not really a Sith, but he is no longer a Jedi. So, and I think it worked well. I love the fact that Hayden Christensen has continued to be given more of that respect that he fought very hard to gain silently. He's kept his composure. He took the punches as they were coming in when the fandom became the menace, and now he's come out on the other side with the respect. I mean, once we when the inevitable happens and we have to look past the great James Earl Jones, Hayden Christensen will fill that void as he is the quintessential Darth Vader, because he is Anakin. So there'll never be another James Earl Jones, but it'll get to a point where people will start equally thinking about it and hating it. But getting past that, I'm looking forward to seeing him more on screen with him. Ivana Sakno's character, I'm looking forward to seeing her as well. Playing, let's see, plays Sin Hati. Is that how you say the name of her character? Very intriguing character. Her back and forth with the Ahsoka character, not Ahsoka. It's Ahsoka's. I have the actor's name, Natasha Liu Bordizzo. I got the character's name right in the tip of my tongue. I know Ezra, and you know who I'm talking about. I'm curious to see more of her and her Force development moving forward, now that she's a Force user, straight up. But season 2, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be great. Let me know what you guys think about that. And also included with that news, there was headlines that the Mandalorian is going to get a movie. There is a film. First, it was Rey. We were getting a Rey film, but now that's still coming. But it seems like they're going to push a Mandalorian standalone film first, a film. So it was like, okay, the speculation is if you're going to do a Mandalorian film with Grogu and Pedro Pascal, then what does this mean for the show? Is this going to be the bookend of this? Is this because the theories are that since there's no mention of Grogu, then Grogu must have died somewhere between the time where the episode 3 and episode 4, maybe. I don't think so, because they also later on they answered that question. Oh, season 4 for the Mandalorian is coming, so we got a new season of Mandalorian and we got a movie coming out. Is this too much? Is this Disney's moment where, like, I mean, you've already been accused of doing too much. Are you doing too much again, Disney? I mean, you're trying to tap that well into the water, and it's like the song. Let's don't wait till the water runs dry. Like you're gonna bleed it to death. I mean, you're trying to get blood from a stone. I mean, are you? I feel like, are you doing too much? I feel that could be the case. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe you guys think differently. A standalone Mandalorian Grogu movie? Will this be Grogu's turn to the dark side? Will he be a straight up Mandalorian? I mean, here's the wordplay they can do. Why is there? I mean, all the Jedi are gone. Well, he's not. He really isn't a Jedi. He is a Force sensitive Mandalorian. So that might be the semantics that they can play. Why Grogu is still out there, still able to do his thing, because he's no longer a Jedi. He's just like Ahsoka. Ahsoka is no longer a Jedi. Or is she? Where is Ahsoka? Is she still out there? I'm curious on how they're going to handle it. Hopefully, it won't be too much for the audience. They should have just kept it on TV, or the movie would be great, but the final season for this next season for the Mandalorian will suffer for it. Well, you have to see one to understand the other, kind of a thing, and it gets. But Grogu is a money making machine, so once you get that marketing behind a movie, it's gonna be crazy how well they're gonna handle this. And Kathleen Kennedy's still in charge of it. So it's still going down with Kathleen Kennedy. So I want to hear your thoughts on that. What do you guys think about the Mandalorian being a film adaptation of the Mandalorian, and also the upcoming season 4 of the show? So put your thoughts below on that. Let's talk about that. Let's keep talking. Let's talk about reviews. So last night, one of our hosts here at Future Media Studios was able to see. Let me see if I can pull it up. Was able to see the. Not a remake. It's not a. It's the Broadway adaptation of the movie Mean Girls, and it's the 2024 version of Mean Girls. It's starring Renee Rapp, and we sent Tyler Causey, aka Tyler Dye. She went out there. She gave her review. I want to remind you guys of what she said. We're doing what do we call it? The screens to streams version, or reviews parts of it. I'm gonna give you guys a little taste of what she said, and I'll talk about it a little further, what she didn't say, what she told me privately afterwards. So here's what she said, and I'll talk about it more on the other side. So check this out. Let's move up here.
Hi, I'm Tyler, aka Tyler Dye, and I just walked out of an early premiere of the new 2024 Mean Girls. It is a Broadway adaptation of the original classic Mean Girls, so it was a musical. It was a really cute movie. If you like musicals, I think you'll really enjoy it. Musicals are not my thing, so I didn't have the best time in this movie, but I think a lot of people will really enjoy it. If you love the original, I think you will like the remake. All of the famous one-liners, most of them did make it into the movie, so we had that nostalgia. In case you're wondering, like I was wondering, or the plot, it's all the same. They didn't change anything as far as storyline. What they left out, they did replace with some more modern and really funny one-liners of its own. I personally think it was way too much singing, in my opinion. But like I said, if you like musicals, I think you will really enjoy this.
So I mean, so that's just that. If you like musicals, you'll enjoy it. So I asked her after she reviewed it. After screening, thank you Paramount for allowing us to check it out. I said, Ty, so that was your overall thoughts on it, and there was people in the comment section of that, so you can check that out on all of our socials at T3 Medias or at Tyler Dye, that agreed. Like, oh man, I didn't know it was a musical, and the marketing of it, they kind of hit that as well. Like last month, I was thinking, oh, they're doing a remake to Mean Girls. I would have rather a sequel to the original, but they're doing a reboot, and I love Renee Rapp, and she fits the character, so this is going to be interesting. But then later on, as we got closer to the end of the year, this is a musical, and I was like, no, I'm not a musical kind of person. So Tyler went to go check it out. Tabitha wanted to go see it, but Tyler was one who went because Tabs couldn't make it. Like you said, she enjoyed it, but I asked, okay, so what was your for me? What was your for me rating for it? If I would say if you was to give it a grade, what rating? If you were to say,
for me,
she said that she gave it a C. So that's the official rating for it. So if you, like you said, if you're the nostalgia of it, if you're just a huge fan of Mean Girls and you just want to see Mean Girls, that was everything that was from the original was there. But beyond that, she also said it was like 80% singing, and it just took her out. So she came for the Mean Girls, and she left because it was just a little bit too much singing for her. So that's the question for you guys. Are you a Mean Girls fan? If you are, does the heavy musical part, because this is a film adaptation of the musical. So does the musical aspect of it, does that take you out? Are you like, you know what? No Mean Girls for me. It's too much singing. I don't like Renee Rapp that much. So it did that for me. So I'm curious to find out what you guys think. So tell me guys what you guys feel about that, and move on to the last topic. So Stranger Things is coming out, and I gotta say that I'm happy that we're getting this final season. Is finally coming out. The news that they finally, after the writer's strike, they're back to work and things are getting back on track is great. What I'm worried about is what's happening with like The Walking Dead with all these spinoffs. Is that about to be what we're gonna get on Netflix? Now that we are getting spinoff series of Stranger Things after the final season, is it going to get oversaturated? Are people even going to care? I mean, right now, everybody's more concerned. I'm more concerned with how Eddie's story going to end off more than anything else. I really don't need any more after this. I just need this story to wrap up. And I don't know how well the spinoff is going to be. I'm more concerned with this story. Just finally, because this was one of the shows that made Netflix what it is today, the powerhouse that it is today. I know Kevin Spacey went on in his interview like it was all me. Yeah, okay, all right, fine. You were one of the first, but this show is the one that it's like Busy Bone said, about the other Bone Thugs and Harmony members' solo albums. Flesh did it first, but when I made my solo album, I made it work. What I'm saying? House of Cards might have been first, but Stranger Things made it work. You know what I'm saying? So, but I don't think I'm all that interested in the spinoffs. I'm more interested in just finally getting a tie up into these. And I'm wondering if I'm alone in that, or do you guys share that same sentiment? So the news that Stranger Things is out, that's great. I'm happy for it. So I'm curious. I'm gonna find out what you guys think about that, and let me know what you think about that and all the other topics that we talked about. Appreciate you guys for sticking with me. Like a surprise show up on a Wednesday. So check out the main show tomorrow. We're gonna be here live in the studio with Tabitha Hamilton, and the return of the champ. We have Kevin, the director, here in studio with me to talk about the latest in topics. So send your thoughts, your questions, your comments, your concerns, anything that you want us to talk about here on the show, send it in. And as always, guys, as I say, let's keep talking. See you tomorrow. Peace. Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button, like, and comment your thoughts on this topic or any topics that you think that we should talk about in upcoming videos. Also, you can follow us at T3 Medias on Instagram, Twitch, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, and we also have a T3 Media Studios podcast where we post our movie reviews and episodes of The Rundown. Till next time, guys.